Let's review converter together. The goal of this exercise is to write a converter function that accepts a temperature in Fahrenheit and returns the temperature in Celsius. Lucky for us, we have the equation for converting these temperatures right here. All we need to do is translate it into code for our function. So I know that my function needs to return the degrees in Celsius. And so before I even start, I'm going to create a variable just called Celsius, and I'll just set it to 0 for now. Of course, that won't be the final result, and I'm going to return Celsius. So what we need to do now is assign this variable to the output of our equation using the degrees passed into our function as an argument. So let's just start writing here our equation. So it looks like we have degrees Fahrenheit minus 32 times, and we use the star for times in JavaScript, 5/9. So this is valid JavaScript, but it's not going to do exactly what we are expecting it to do. And the reason is because of order of operations, which you may have learned in school in one of your math classes. When JavaScript runs this equation, it's going to actually first do 32 times 5/9 and then do the subtraction. And that's because division and multiplication always happens before subtraction and addition. So in our equation, you can see that there are parentheses around the subtraction expression, and we need to do the same thing here. So now we have our Celsius variable. It should hold the value that we are computing with our equation, and then we are returning it on line 4. If I run this, I should get 25 and then 0. Looks great. So now let's run the tests. All the tests pass. That looks good. And I'm actually going to alter this slightly. So what I'm doing here is I'm assigning the value, which is the Celsius, the temperature in Celsius, to a variable called Celsius and then returning that variable. But that's an extra step I don't really need to do. I don't need to assign this to a variable if I'm just going to return it. So what I'll do is I'm just going to put it straight on the return statement. Let's run it again, make sure I didn't mess anything up. Looks good, run the tests, and they all pass. Great.